So I'll just start sharing my screen, and I will, probably you might, if you guys have already logged into your VMS account, you must have seen this kind of screen. If not, you will get to know. Anyways, let me just share my screen. Can you please confirm if you can see my screen?
Um, yes, I can see your screen.
Great, great. Thank you. So this is our iVolunteers homepage, and whenever if you come to the page and when you put ivolunteer.in, this is the homepage which you will see. You will get a login option here. Right now I'm already logged in, which is why I don't see login, but it says return to managing opportunities. I have logged in into a VMS account where I could manage opportunities, which is why it's giving me this option. Sometime it might happen that you might be, you might directly log into the other page instead of the home page. So you might come to this page. If you can see, there is another page now, and this is a page which gives, which you come to when you have a PMS access.
Okay.
So this is all you will see. You will see your name. You are managing the organization's name, because I have, a couple of other organization also listed for whom I have VMS access. So I see that name here. Then comes the homepage. This is the iVolunteer Partner homepage
Okay.
right now. Then we see volunteer opportunities. We have report of attendance. We have contacts. My organization here. Obviously, I get to see about the details of my organization, reports, and this page will take us return to volunteer portal. So the I volunteer landing page, the home page, which I was earlier, it will take me back to that page if I want to check out volunteer opportunities available in general on the page. Now, whenever we log in, I will always suggest, just give a couple of seconds on this page. Just check. This is a quick reminder actually. Have you verified attendance for your volunteer? Have you approved any volunteer who have expressed interest? Are all of your volunteer opportunities and date and time up to date? So this is kind of a reminder regarding your opportunities, regarding the volunteers with whom you are connected, and this will just help you remind, go back and confirm the volunteers and all. You will get to know, you will get more clarity on what exactly I'm talking about once we, start getting in, creating opportunities and understanding how to connect with volunteers. So I'll start with actually creating an opportunity. Please feel free, if you have any query, please drop in the chat box, or just unmute yourself and just let me know if you have any query, so that I can actually clear it right there and now. So
Okay, Priyanka.
thank you. So here I clicked on the volunteer opportunities. Now this page comes up where there are already a couple of opportunities which were created earlier. So if I want to go and check out, one of the ongoing opportunity, I can click on any of these. However, right now I just want to create a new opportunity. So I come here, which is the top right corner, the orange band which says create volunteer opportunity. I'll click here. And here comes the template where I need to fill in the data to create an opportunity. So I'll start with the name. We will always suggest that, start a nice, put a nice, funky, catchy, opportunity name. Even if it could be, an activity like, uh, you need volunteers who can actually, just as the first, name which pops up, tell a story through content. This is basically, about content writing, but we have written it like, tell a story through content. Or it could be, managing the social media page. But instead of just writing help manage our social media page, are you a social media junkie? Things like that, which will actually catch volunteers eyes easily. It's good to have a nice interesting opportunity name. Then we come to the schedule. Every opportunity have, a certain time, date and time specific schedules. So this tells you about what is the schedule type. So here it could be a date and time specific. It could be an opportunity which has a very specified date on which it will take place. For example, a capacity building training might be scheduled on Friday on a certain time period. So it has a very specified date and time. For that, we will select date and time specific. But it could be an opportunity right now, as I mentioned, a social media thing, managing social media page. It doesn't really require a specific date and time, but it could be an opportunity which is open, and the volunteers, can flexibly choose a time slot whenever they want to work. So that would be something which we will, for that, we will select individually scheduled. So this means that it's something which you can actually schedule basis conversation with the volunteers and the NGO partner. So you both can have a conversation. You can decide that this is something which we want to be ready by next week. So you have this time of the entire week is there. You can work whenever you are available, but we want this to be ready by next week. So this is something which will be individually scheduled. Whenever you have confusion, you can always hover around this question mark or click on it, and this will pop up, which will specify exactly what does it mean, date and time specific individually scheduled. So go by that. Now there is a registration time. Now this will also differ depending on what you have selected. So if it's a date and time specific, it will ask whether it's a sign up registration, because date and time is already given. The volunteer just need to sign up, or they will express interest. Now, what does these two means? Again, you can click here and it will actually take you through that and it will explain you. Date and time will automatically sign up and confirm the volunteer that yes, you are assigned for this project. However, express interest me, because there is already a date and time, you are showing interest in this, but a volunteer might want to know that if there are multiple occurrence, if it's happening again, this the volunteer probably is available. However, would want to seek if there is other opportunities or other time slots also available. So it's that kind of options available. For this particular opportunity, I'm selecting individually scheduled. Here it comes, express interest with schedule. So you can express your interest with the schedule. There is a time slot and you confirm that, or it could be simply express interest, no schedule given by you, and you are just asking them to just express interest. I'm selecting the other one. Now we'll go into the description. As you see this box, it has a lot of options here, just like an MS Word. So you can actually select your alignment. You can actually have bullet points. You can select the texts, the font size. You can change the colors. You can insert image. So it has quite few options. You can insert a link. So whatever opportunity you are adding, you can always insert details which can actually have, which can specify a little bit more. So if there is a image which you want to showcase, if you have already created a a creative related to your project, you can attach that image here. If there is certain links which are on your website, or maybe from your social media page, which contains detail, which consists of the details which you would want here on the description, you can attach that. So a lot of options available here. With regard to writing the description of the project, you can write anything. You can write directly in this box, or at times what happened, you already have a content ready, either whether it's in a MS Word or a PPT, we copy and paste it here. What I would suggest, always paste it from a notepad. So I will just show you. I have a project description written in an MS Word. I pasted it here. So this is what I have pasted, the opportunities detail. But you see there is a lot of gap, the space, lot of thing which is not as up to the mark, and I need to clear this out. Otherwise, the final product, the final opportunity which will come on the public site might not look neat. It will look very mismanaged, and one can see, the volunteer can clearly see that it's not very nicely written or not really nicely placed. So it's better, that's why I suggest not to copy from a Word document, but maybe copy it from a notepad. Here, the same opportunity, I copied it from a notepad now. And you can see, the difference between the space and everything is much, it's not there. It's not, much of a difference. Probably I would just want to, shift this a little bit here and there. I would want to make it, justify the alignment, a little bit of changes, but this is much more synchronized. So this is what we would recommend. If you see here, I have shared actually quite few details. So I have shared the project background. I have again mentioned the title. I have mentioned the purpose, what exactly, why we are doing this. I mentioned the key responsibilities for a volunteer. We have mentioned the time duration, again, time commitment, skills and expertise required. So quite few things which we have mentioned, because we are trying to answer as much questions as a volunteer would have in a simplest way. Now, this is very important. Many organizations put up their opportunity where they simply write that we are looking for someone who can come and teach kids on so and so date. Just 2 lines will not help. So it's better, why not to put more details. You can always, check out other opportunities on iVolunteers website to see, the format in which we write these opportunities, or you can actually get in touch with your local, SPOC, because they will have a format. They can share that format with you, and you can use that format to update these opportunities. So it's good to, have a descriptive information in the project description. That's with the project description. Now we come to the opportunity coordinator. Because I have logged in, and my name is obviously reflecting here, I'm the opportunity coordinator. Then comes the location where this project is going to take place. Now, there are certain locations which I have already created in past, which is why I'm getting these options. I can select either of these and it's done. So this is my location. But if if I want to create a new location, then I will simply click on this add a location, and that I will be able to do later on. Once I complete the rest of the details on this page, it will take me to create that new location. Now here it asks primary impact area. What's the impact area of your organization? The organization right now for whom I'm creating this opportunity, they work for elderly. So the impact area is elderly. There's a minimum age, and then there is a minimum age with adult. So if it was an opportunity like creating a website page, this is something for which I want someone with a little bit of experience. So maybe at least 26-year-old who would have a couple of years of experience as well. And when it comes to minimum age with adult, again the same thing, 26. I don't think that this is my view, that I'm not sure that I would want a volunteer who is less than 26 and might not have that much experience. However, if I'm looking for a volunteer who to manage the social media page, I think just 18 is also good enough. And minimum age with adult, I think I would mention 14, because I believe teenagers are really active on social media, and probably they know all these new lingos, they will know all the new hashtags, and how to actually get more likes. So I'm actually happy to give this opportunity to a volunteer who is just 14 or 15. So that's why I mentioned 14 here. Now here's a question which is suitable for groups, whether this activity is suitable for groups or not. So if I was doing a beach cleanup activity, of course it's suitable for groups. People can come in group and do this activity. Or maybe we are celebrating, birthday at a center, though we don't really consider it as a volunteering. But if it has certain activities around it, and yes, people are invited in groups, then I select this. I will just simply check this box, suitable for groups. However, for this particular opportunity, again, because it's a social media managing thing, I might require 2 to 3 volunteers. I'm happy to have a team of 2 volunteers or 3, but I would really suggest that this is a group activity. So that's why I will not check this box. I'm not sure that it's a suitable for group. Now type. whether it's a project or it's an activity type. What's the type of this particular assignment? Now, mostly our activities or assignments or volunteering opportunities which we are doing are projects. It falls under projects because they have a certain a timeline when they start, and they will have an end date, and there is certain deliverables attached to it, which is why it will fall into projects. So right now this particular opportunity also, which is social media, managing the social media page, is also an project. Activities would be more of a gathering kind of event. I'll just click and show you some options of that. Sorry. So I clicked on activity, and here you see it shows activity type. Now here you can see recognition, training, academy, social, others. So it's like an activity, more like an event, like a like a 2-hour events, or like a 6-hour event which you are doing, maybe recognizing your volunteers or conducting a training. So that will all fall into activity. But this is more like a project, and so I'm selecting project. Now volunteer event is an option. This is generally for the the campaigns which we run. For example, during Dan Utsav, that entire time period, we create a separate page for Dan Utsav, and a lot of opportunities are being posted around Dan Utsav. All those will, so you then during that time period you get that option to select if it's in Dan Utsav thing, so that it start reflecting on that Dan Utsav page as well. Okay, I'll just take a pause. Any queries so far?
No, no, Priyanka.
No, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you. I'll just move forward. I clicked on the next, and it will just got me here for create location, because I didn't selected the location in my last page. That's why I'm getting this option of create location. Here I'm actually creating a location just like that, filling in details, and I'm selecting special directions. You can put any landmarks or any directions which you want to give to your volunteer. You can mention all that here. And when we click next, it will actually save it. But I don't want to save this location, which is why I will just go back. And here I will select one of the earlier locations. And that's it. We'll go next.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have a doubt here.
Mm-hmm.
As our project is running in the 3 different schools located at different locations. So is it any option to post or to post 3 different locations?
Yes, definitely. So what we will do, we will have to first create this particular opportunity, and then what we can do is we can create multiple occurrence of it. So I will show you slightly later on after this. So for example, this particular activity has a particular start and date and time, but after that, once this opportunity is created, I will get it will take me to another page where I can edit few details, and there I get an option of creating multiple occurrence of that. And when I'm creating multiple occurrence, it will again ask me that for the second occurrence, what's the date and time and what's the location. Then for the third occurrence, again, what's the date and time and what's the location. So I can have multiple locations also added to it. I'll show you that.
Yes, ma'am.
So here I select today's date, and the end date would be sometime in June. That is it. So it's done. And then if I create, an opportunity will be created. I'm not going to create it right now because this is a dummy opportunity. I will just let it be. However, I will show you one of the older opportunities, which has been already created. So I will simply take you to the page where we had, volunteer opportunities listed. Here we have a couple of opportunities listed. I will select love designing website, help us revamp our website. I've selected this particular opportunity. So if I would have clicked on create, immediately it would have created that opportunity and this page would have opened in front of me. So this is how it will come once I create the opportunity. It gives me a couple of options like, edit if I want to make any edits to the opportunity. If I want to view volunteer opportunity on public site, how does it looks on the public site, or back to the list. Now, if I click on edit, it will again go back to the, in the similar template format, which it was earlier, where I get to change the description, and other stuff. This is just to show you, this is how it will look like. I want to see how it will look like on the public website. So I clicked on this page and here it's opening. And this is how it looks on the website page. So I get the exact feeling how the volunteer will see it. There are a couple of things. So here you have these very interesting features like, Facebook and Twitter. If you volunteer or anyone wants to share this, if you want to share this opportunity on your Facebook page or social media page, you can simply click here and it will actually, the Facebook page which is connected to your account, it will take you there and you can share that opportunity. Same with Twitter. And then comes, so here it showcases the issue area, which was the elderly requirements, minimum age with adult and all. And then it also highlights the skills, which is here in this particular opportunity. In this case, it's web designing. Going back to the earlier page. Here, when you scroll down, you get to see the location. You get to see the volunteers who have registered. So these are the volunteers who have registered for this particular opportunities. So here are a list of volunteers who have registered for this opportunity. You can actually email these volunteers if you want to. You need to mark them confirmed. Once you mark them confirmed, this means that you have actually confirmed this volunteer. Now this depends on you, whether you want to talk to the volunteer first and get a clarity about their understanding about the opportunity and then confirm them, or you can simply mark them confirmed so that they also get a notification of yes, they have been confirmed. Maybe later on, after having a conversation, you realize that this volunteer is not up for the opportunity. You can mark them decline as well. If there are volunteers who have worked with you in past and register on the system, you can actually add them here. So on this orange button on the right hand side says add connection. You can actually add one more volunteer to this list. They might not have registered for this opportunity, so you might be talking to an older volunteer and you must be telling that, oh, did you got an opportunity, there is this opportunity on the site now, we are looking for more volunteers, and he says that yes, I'm interested, but I couldn't find it, so I couldn't register. And you just say, okay, oh no problem, I will add you from the back end. And you can actually add new connection from here. I will show you the email feature as well. So I can select all, and now I want to email the volunteers. So I simply click on email volunteers. And this window will pop up. Here all the volunteers are already listed because I have selected all of them. If I want to add anyone in the CC, I can simply add this person's email ID. Now here's the subject line. The information which is marked in these brackets are by default. So here it says organization name. This will come by default. The organization with, in which I have registered, so it will come. So you don't have to really worry about that. Additional information about the volunteer opportunity. This is what the the default subject line is. You can obviously change it and make it something else. additional information about your project. Now comes here again. This is by default, all the volunteers, they will get a personalized message. Their name will just feed in here by default, and then this says here's some additional information for you about the volunteer opportunity. The volunteer opportunity name will be highlighted here, that you have signed up for the organization. Again, your organization name will come up here, taking place on start date and end date. So this thing will again come up, and then the location. This is a by default message. You can actually erase the entire message and you can write something all of your own, or you can simply add few more things that the you can contact so and so once you reach the spot, things like that. And then you click on send and it will go to all the volunteers. I'm not going to send this message, but this was just to showcase you. This is how you can create, you can send or connect with your volunteers. Now here comes the occurrence piece, which Guru asked if he would want to have multiple occurrences. So here we have only one. There is a start date, end date, and I have not confirmed any volunteers, which is why you see there are 0 volunteers who are confirmed. I want to edit it. I will click edit, and then here I can select okay. If I wanted, I could have changed the location here as well, but I'm not able to edit the occurrence properly. Just give me a second. Okay, I'll go back. Probably this was also an opportunity which was express interest only. Yes, so this doesn't have the option of multiple occurrence. I'll go back to another opportunity and show you how to create multiple occurrences. But because I'm here, I will just show you one more thing about the ad skills. So I showed you how the opportunity will look on the website, where we have web designing in the skills mentioned, this portion. That's because here we have added that. In the skills, we have selected web designing. If you want to add more skills, you can actually add skill. And here you get a lot of options. You can select whatever other skills do you want, for example, digital marketing maybe, and we will save it. So now there will be two skill sets which are being highlighted. Here you can see digital marketing and web design. And go back to the list and I will select an opportunity where I can show you how to create different occurrences. Here's an opportunity which is date and time specific. Here you can see I'm getting this option of add new occurrence. Just around the band of occurrence, I see here add new occurrence. So I click on add new occurrence. And here, does this occur on a regular basis? Yes or no? So as of now, it was no. I can make it, like a yes. There would be a start date to it. It starts, from today itself. It ends probably 2 months down the line. It will have a start time. I'm just randomly selecting information right now. Maximum attendance 8. Opportunity coordinator. Location. I select a location. Go by the location which is already there. Now reoccurrence type, whether it happens daily, weekly, monthly, you can select. Make it a weekly thing.
Actually,
If I make it weekly, I get to see every 1 week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 1 week, day of the week. When it's happening exactly, it's taking place on Monday, or maybe Thursday. Let's select Thursday because today is Thursday. I'll save it. Now you can see, because it's a weekly thing, it's happening every Thursday from the set date and time. Obviously, it has a previous certain timelines. So there are multiple occurrences which has come up. The location is the same. That's why it's, you can see the same location every time. Now one more thing I will show you, add new occurrence. This time the current occurrence which you see there, I've selected that I selected a longer time period, like 2 months. And then there it was something which was happening every week, which is why you see multiple occurrences taking place. Now I'll show you something which is just once. Does this happen on a regular schedule? No. I'll select probably Saturday 30th. This will happen again randomly. I'm selecting some timelines. Location, I'll select this one and I simply save it, because it's not going to happen, it's not going to take place on a regular basis. It's just one time. That's why I'm not getting a lot of those other options which I got last time, where I got to select whether it's happening on a weekly basis, daily basis, monthly basis, or which day of the week and all those things. I'm not getting all that. I simply got the option of the date, when exactly it's happening, because it's happening only once, the start date and end date, the location, and I'm saving it. So Guru, this would be the answer to your question. Like if you have created an opportunity, you go and you create, if it's happening in, 3 locations, probably you create 3 occurrences, and all the 3 times you select, it might be happening on the same day and date and time, but it might have 3 different locations. So which is why you have to create 3 occurrences. You will select the same date and time, but every time you will have to select a different location. Or if it's happening at the same location but on 3 different dates, then also you can do the same thing. You select one date, maybe this Saturday, same location, then you select next Saturday date, same location, and all that. So you will have to keep adding occurrences. And of course, if it's one activity which is happening at the same place, same timing, but on multiple days, on every Saturday or every other Saturday, then you can do it like this. Any questions around here?
no, ma'am.
Okay, so we are done with the creation of an opportunity and maybe managing the opportunity a little bit, making few edits, how to have multiple occurrences and all those things. We will move ahead with the volunteer connections and getting all the reports. If you have any queries so far, let me know.
Yeah, ma'am, I have a query, but it is not related to the particular volunteer opportunity. Actually,
Okay.
we plan to change the name of our NGO. Okay. So,
Okay.
what we are supposed to do? Shall we register as a new NGO, or there might be any chances to rename our NGO?
I think we can do that, the renaming thing. You can actually contact, if I believe, Sangya is your point of contact. Am I right?
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
can,
ma'am.
yeah, just simply let her know about it, that, you would want to change the name of your organization. If you already have a VMS access, here is the option, My Organization, where you can actually go and make changes to your organization details. You can add more info to it. Um,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
so here comes the organization name, where you can actually make changes to it, and the other necessary things also which you want to change. But if in case you are struggling, you can always connect with your local person and ask them to change it. So here now you can do it yourself also. Also, one of the things which I would like to highlight, so if we see this opportunity here, there is just below the title of the opportunity, you see the organization's name and a link there. So this particular link is the website link of the organization. So if you have shared it, it will be highlighted. If you haven't shared it, then it won't be highlighted. But this link will actually encourage the volunteer to take, to visit your website. And the other link, Silver Union Foundation, is the link of organization details on our page, on this, I volunteer page. So I'll just show you how does it look like. So when I clicked on Silver Union Foundation, I see this thing. There's not much info, but a little bit about the brief, what the organization do, the impact area, because it's elderly, population served, address, a little bit info there. And you also see this particular link which says see all volunteer opportunities with this partner organization. So if I click on this, it will actually take me to a link. It will take me to the page where I can see the list of opportunities under Silver Union Foundation. Sorry, I think I clicked something else as well. Let me click here again. So here you see there are all the opportunities which are listed under this NGO. I can see all these opportunities here right now. So a regular volunteer of yours who has been volunteering with you can actually click on this link, who will know that once I click on this link, it will take me to all the opportunities. First they will actually visit the page, and then they will get that other link which I was talking about, and then they click there and they come to this page where they see all the opportunity listed under your organization. Now this is something which you can share on your social media page as well, whether it's on your social media page or on your website. On your website you can actually mention that for all volunteering opportunities with our organization, please click here, and you can share this particular link, because then they will come to this page and they will get to see all the volunteering opportunities available with your organization, and it will be less distraction. Otherwise, if you mention like they might come to iVolunteer page and there will be obviously tons of opportunities from different organizations, but this page will actually highlight only the opportunities which are there under your organization. So you can share this link on social media, on your website, wherever you want to talk about the volunteering opportunities which you have. You can share this link. Okay, coming back to, we have done the, so I've already covered this my organization edit, like if you want to make any changes. We will go to, we have done the volunteer opportunity thing, and now we come to report attendance. This is for all the volunteers who have been connected with you. So these are the list of opportunities, sorry, the volunteers and I can mark attendance. So if I select this volunteer, they were present, they came for the opportunity, I will mark an attendance, and it will get notified in their dashboards. I'm not going to do it right now, but yes, it will get marked as attended, or I can mark as not attended. They were not present for the activity. This I can do in the list of opportunities as well. For every opportunity, when I was showing you the opportunity page, when I scrolled it down, you saw that there was a list of volunteers who have registered for the opportunity, and when I've marked them confirmed. If once I mark them confirmed, it actually asks me if I would want to mark their attendance as well. Why it's important to mark the attendance? Because then of course you will have a record that these volunteers attended. The other thing is, I will show you written the volunteer, because the volunteer has registered on the website. They also have a personalized dashboard of theirs, which tracks all the volunteering activity which they are doing. So here I come to this page. Now my account again has, a volunteer account as well. So this is a normal, as a volunteer, if I come and log in, I see this page, and here is my dashboard. This talks about my work, my volunteering project and assignment. When I click here, I get to see this. I have actually volunteered for quite few projects. These are all, if you see here, is the volunteer history with I volunteer. It also reflects my upcoming opportunities, because I have signed up for a project and it shows me that this is an upcoming opportunity I have signed up for. This is all the projects which I have volunteered for in the past. And so there's this one project, I can share feedback as a volunteer, which the NGO will get. I can actually report my hours. So I can actually, add certain hours, that these many hours I was there, I have volunteered for that. Now, once the NGO actually marks my attendance and they confirm my reported hours, that's when my hours get verified. So if you see 10.3 hours are verified hours. These were the hours which has been verified by the NGO. 28.5 hours are not verified. So this is the hours which has not been verified by the NGO. So I have reported these hours while mentioning this, but the NGO hasn't confirmed it, which is why it is unverified hours. This way, it shows the real picture as well. If the volunteer, confirms that the volunteer might have worked with 10 different NGOs, 3 of them, feels good. The volunteer has done a good work. They have verified all the hours. All those will reflect in the verified hours. The rest NGOs have not confirmed or filled it up. It will showcase as unverified hours. The volunteers also, it's not that it doesn't count at all. It's being considered, but of course the NGO has not uh, confirmed it, which is why you can't really see it under verified hours. But this will help the volunteer get a certificate kind of thing, which will help them showcase their work. So they are not really dependent on you. You don't have to bother about giving them a certificate or confirming them. They can actually use this. This is the track. They can print you. If you see here, print volunteer history. If I click here, it will actually give me a PDF kind of thing, which I can print and showcase. Here, volunteer history. Here comes verified hours, unverified hours, total hours, and the organization report. All the projects which I have done, and this is for all the years, so like 2020, 2019, 2018, since the time I have been recording it. It all comes up here. So volunteer can simply take a printout. So it makes it so simpler for the volunteer as well. It's very encouraging for them that they can actually get their reports from here. You can always tell them that we will verify your hours, you complete your hours and you report it there, then I will verify it, and you can actually extract a report from there itself. You don't have to worry too much about it. That's why marking attendance becomes important, so that the volunteer hours gets verified. Any questions? here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I just realized that, I probably am being too slow. I'll quickly cover the course and then we are done. So in the contacts are the connections, all the volunteers who have registered with us. I can see that list here. Here you can see this page goes on to page 1, 2, 3. All the volunteers who have registered so far. I have their details here in one place, not just by opportunity by. I can export this information, so I will get an Excel sheet of this complete data, which I can use in whatever way I want to. Scene comes with the reports. If I click on the report, I will actually get opportunity visible on the public website. How many opportunities have been visible? Volunteer opportunities overview, YTD, or volunteers awaiting confirmation. That entire list or the report around that you can see here. I've clicked on the volunteer opportunity overview. And here comes. This actually showcases the date and time, my opportunity. What kind of schedule type was it? Date and time specific or individually scheduled? And then I see total hours served, volunteer opportunity total, occurrence if there were multiple, because this I recently made it a multiple occurrence thing, so that's why I see 12 occurrence in connections, one total registered volunteers, record count, and all those details. I can again download this report as an Excel for my further use. So this is it. Any queries so far?
Not, ma'am.
No, Priyanka.
Great. So I believe you got a gist of it, and I think you might have queries once you start creating opportunities. I have showed you how exactly you need to create the opportunity. If you want, if there is an opportunity which is which has multiple occurrence, you just create one opportunity and just keep adding multiple occurrence to it. But if you have different types of opportunities, create different opportunities. You will get once the volunteer register, you can send them emails from the same one platform, and you need to verify their hours so that it maintains a record of their volunteering hours in their dashboard as well as in your records. So that is it. If you start working on it, if you are facing any issue, please let me know. Please write to us. My email ID is Priyanka, Priyanka @ivolunteer.in. You can always reach out to your local SPOC with whom you are in touch. You can write to them. If you are facing any technical glitch, any kind of issue, we always recommend take a screenshot, because that will help us understand what exactly the issue is. Take a screenshot and share it over an email with the concerned person, and we will be more than happy to help you with that.
Okay. Yeah, ठीक है. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Bye. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.